Back to Sleep by Zoe Foster Blake, illustrated by Mike Jacobson. Back to sleep. Finn heard a noise at his bedroom door. His eyes flickered open in the dark. A little voice piped up. I need a drink. Come over here, Finn whispered. Mummy walked over and stood next to his bed. I'm thirsty, she said, far too loudly. Where's your drink bottle? Finn asked, still whispering. It fell down the side of my bed and I can't reach it. Finn sighed. Oh, come on, I'll get it for you. Finn threw his legs over the edge of his bed and plopped down to the carpet, walking carefully so as not to tread on the enormous space station he'd built. He took Mummy by the hand and back to her room. Come on, back to sleep, he said, as Mummy climbed into bed and pulled up the doona. Finn reached down and grabbed her drink bottle from the floor. Mummy snatched it from him and gulped greedily. She said noisily. That's better. She flopped back down onto her pillow, grinning and wiping her mouth. You've got a big day at work tomorrow, said Finn. Go to sleep. He kissed her on the forehead before heading back to his room. Finn had just fallen back to sleep when he heard a voice next to his bed. I had a bad dream. Daddy was standing in his undies, peering down at Finn's face. Oh, buddy, I'm sorry. Finn sat up and pulled Daddy in for a cuddle. Could I sleep with you? Said Daddy. Come on, then jump in, said Finn, wriggling over as far as he could to make room for Daddy. Daddy climbed in and lay down before bolting back up. Oh, I forgot my phone. You don't need it in bed, said Finn, eyes feeling very heavy. Yeah, do it's my alarm, said Daddy. Watch out for the crunch. Daddy cried as he stepped on a certain space station. Shh, you'll wake Clem, hissed Finn. He looked anxiously over at his baby sister's cot before leaping out of bed, grabbing Daddy's hand and leading him into the hallway. My foot hurts, Daddy wailed. Shh, Finn hushed. You'll be okay. We don't want to wake Clem, do we? You know what happens when she wakes up. Daddy sniffed. You don't even care about my foot. Finn wiped a tear from Daddy's cheek. Course I do. Now, how about I take you back to bed and we have a warm-up? That sound good? Can you carry me? Said Daddy. You're getting a bit big for that now, mate. Come on, back to your room. Please, said Daddy. Finn sighed. Oh, okay, come on. Oh, it's Daddy hobbled over to his side of the bed, snatched his phone and dived under the covers. Finn shuffled in beside him as best he could. Mum's taking all the tuna, whined Dad, yanking it off her. Oi, wait, let me do it, said Finn, spreading it across them evenly. Finn felt Daddy's breathing even out and began to carefully sneak away. Can you give me a back scratch? Daddy whispered, just as Finn reached the door. For goodness sake, said Finn, go back to sleep. But I can't fall asleep without a back scratch. Fine, but then you have to go to sleep, said Finn. He got back into bed and scratched Daddy's hairy back in big, slow circles. When will these two sleep through the night? Finn muttered. When his parents were both finally asleep, Finn padded back to his room, trying not to think about his broken space station. He fell into bed and straight to sleep. In what felt like 5 seconds' time, someone was at his bedside. My bed's all wet, sobbed Mummy. So much jammies. Come here, it's okay, let's clean you up, said Finn, giving her a kiss on the forehead. Mwah. I never should have let her keep that drink bottle in bed, he thought. They walked back to Mum and Dad's room. Finn got Mummy some fresh PJs and laid out a sleeping bag on her side of the bed. Here, jump in, it'll be fun. Like you're a caterpillar, said Finn, half asleep. I don't want to. I want my sheets, said Mummy. Shh, I just got Daddy back to sleep. I don't want him waking up. In. Now, off you go. Back to sleep. Mummy huffed and reluctantly got into the sleeping bag. Finn zipped her up. Can you lie with me till I fall asleep? She said. Finn took a deep breath. Oh, he could never say no to that. She won't be 40 forever. He needed to make the most of these precious years. Want a cuddle? Nope. Squish over, he said, doing his best to fit in the 3 centimetres he had left on the bed. Later, Finn woke up, cold and confused, and shuffled back to his room. He crept in quietly, carefully not to wake Clem, and curled up in his own cosy bed. Bye-bye, back to sleep. He closed his eyes, ignoring the light creeping in under the blind, signalling breakfast, school, and many hours of being unasleep. Just 1 hour's sleep, that's all I needed. A snuffle came from the cot. Then a thump and a whimper. Poor Finn. He didn't get to go back to sleep. Night-night.